For your final project in Screen 2, what you will be doing is creating a series of postcards which will be monoprints. I thought it would be a good idea for all of you to see some extra techniques just to add to your pochoir. So in this video, I'm going to show you a couple of different things that you can do by adding to your pochoir or alternately adding a pochoir to monoprints. So this will give you different textures and ways of expressing color in the backgrounds, and it should add something to make your pochoirs look even more unique. So here's my setup as always. I have a couple of different things I've already done with the pochoir. So I made a stencil of the same Arna Jacobsen chair, and I went in and took my trace monotypes. I took different things where I printed in the backgrounds, and I have stencils. There's another trace. I have stencils that I made to scale for this particular project. It's Duralar that I cut by hand with a sharp X-Acto. So this piece here, I actually did a background, so a flat, with a very transparent woodblock ink with extender base. Now, I'm putting that down. Oh, and then on top of that, I put a trace monotype. I'm putting that down very carefully with tape, and then I'm taping my pochoir stencil on top. So what's kind of interesting with this way of adding, so this is an additive monoprint, what this way of adding is that you'll still keep the line quality underneath wherever the stencil is, and you can just sit there and figure out how do I paint back in. You do not have to do a pochoir over the entire image because then it will lose some of the background elegance as well as the trace monotype. So for this, I just thought I would just add a bunch of different things and show you the different ways that you can actually play with your pochoir. So I'm using a larger brush because it is a much larger surface than I am used to. Again, push, push. And starting to build up around the piece. Again, this is a large stencil for me, so it will take more paint than I'm used to. Again, I'm using gouache, but you can use acrylics, you can use tempera, you can even use your woodblock ink. That is the water-based kind. Don't use the kind that's the etching crayon filled. It will make it harder for you. So I'm going to try another color, and I am going to add some of the tempera paint in there just for a little pizzazz, if you will. And usually I don't use tempera paint, it just happens to be a good thing to try things out with for you guys to see. And you can see I'm just covering, and with this kind of technique also you can just brush with it. You don't have to do a pochoir technique in terms of going over and over and poking at it. So if I wanted to, I could go back and do it more and more, but for right now this is just the first layer, and you can see that I kept retained the layer of the line quality too. With this one, I just created a 2-color pochoir stencil, and I decided to just see what happens if I put a background in. One of the things that's kind of hard with this is, one, I'm also putting wet on wet, so that's not a good thing, but is you don't want to overdo the additive because you do want to show what you did before. So, and then otherwise you'll lose the background. So here I am using some kind of bright metallic-y pearl color. Didn't even know I had it. Then I'm using a smaller brush. If you're using gouache, make sure that you clean your brushes pretty quickly. So you can see here it's just starting to build up and up and up. You can go back with the same stencil. You could even mix it up and put the stencil the other way. Who knows? So part of monoprinting is really trying to push the boundaries, not always having things stay the same or look the same. So next to the Pochoir that I'm working on right now is another trace, and so you can see what it looked like before I actually went in with all the different additives. So I think I'm going to put that aside just so it dries a little bit.